All right, thank you, Dorothy. This morning, we're taking your mortgage questions from Vince Ingui, president of Louvieres Mortgage Corporation. There were so many for you, so we got to move right through them. So let's get right to the first question.
I've heard a lot about reverse mortgages. What is a reversed mortgage and who benefits with this?
Reverse mortgages benefit seniors, of course. If you're over the age of 62 and you own your home, primarily if you have a very small mortgage balance or a lot of equity, there's tons of benefits for seniors, as a matter of fact. You can as a senior, you can access equity in your home through a line of credit, a lump sum of cash, or of course monthly payments, or a combination of all three. All those funds and proceeds come out tax-free, and as a senior, you never have to pay that money back until ultimately you pass or you sell your home. So a lot of benefits. You have to be at least 62 to qualify, unfortunately for myself and many young people.
Right.
But a reverse mortgage is a great tool for seniors.
I'm glad that you mentioned that because I didn't realize that. And this next one is actually from one of our viewers who's asking in behalf of her parents. Take a listen.
Okay.
If I'm selling a home and I'm 70 years old, will I have to pay taxes on its total profit? So what will be the tax implications next year?
Good problem to have. Many people have a hard time growing capital. You obviously are trying to minimize your taxes. Couple exclusions from the IRS. If you have owned your home as your primary residence for greater than 2 years, as a single individual, you are exempt up to $250,000 of capital gain. As a married couple, you're exempt up to $500,000 of capital gain. If you don't qualify for those exemptions, there are many ways to either defer or offset those taxes. As we just talked about, great segue from reverse mortgages. As a senior, you can pull money out of your house without being taxed on that, of course. Or as a regular consumer, the taxes or the refinance proceeds are not taxed when you're pulling cash out of your house. I definitely advise you to consult a CPA or a tax advisor on how to do that, of course, and how to structure that. We work with some of the best CPAs in the Philadelphia area, so if you need an introduction or if you need a referral, feel free to call us directly. You can access our website, as I understand, at myfoxphilly.com. But tons of different ways to get around it. You have to know the tax law. You got to be dealing with a professional CPA primarily to help you direct you there.
Sounds good. Okay, we have time for one more question. Take a listen.
I'd like to ask about how you go about the process of going about getting a second mortgage.
That's a great question.
It is a good question. You got to deal with someone you trust. And the way we treat second mortgages are as a short-term fix. A couple of years ago, second mortgage interest rates were at their all-time lows. They were right at the prime rate was right around 4%. Today, the prime rate is about 8.25%. So the benefits of a second mortgage are generally they have low closing costs. However, you're paying a high rate of interest for that money. So what we look at is usually if you have a 2 or 3 year window, a second mortgage is appropriate. Many times with long-term interest rates being still very good, your 30-year fixed rates in the high 5s or low 6s, percentage that is, you can more times than not roll everything together, but that's more of a long-term fix. So second mortgage, good tool, low closing costs, but obviously watch out for the high interest rate. They start at 8.25%. They can go up to 13, 14% on some of those second mortgages.
Oh, some good questions this morning. Okay, if you have a question for Vince or any of our experts, just go to myfoxphilly.com under Good Day and click on the Ask the Expert icon, and we'll try and get someone to answer your questions. And again, if you want to contact Vince, we put a link to his website on ours.